Hello, my name is Christie Arkovich, and we have a small firm in Tampa Bay, Florida. We practice a lot of student loan debt relief as well as bankruptcy, consumer, and foreclosure defense, loan mods, things like that. And I wanted to let everyone know that as of yesterday, the rules were changed a bit, and anyone who is contemplating filing bankruptcy, your student loans, the federal student loans that can now be considered under the new DOJ guidance are FFEL loans. And so if you remember, when this was passed back in November of 2022, and we're just kind of rolling into that now, only direct loans were to be considered under the new DOJ attestation process, where you can potentially discharge all or some of your federal student loans. But one key provision was that they had to be direct loans. And so anyone who was already in a FFEL loan, already filed bankruptcy, they were not eligible. But the rules changed yesterday, where now the older federal family education loans, known as FFEL or FFEL loans, are now to be considered under that guidance. The distinction is ECMC, Education Credit. I forget what it stands for. I actually used to work for them many, many years ago. They will be the responder as opposed to the Department of Ed. We don't know how that's going to work out yet. Various states have different counsel, of course, from ECMC. Some are more aggressive. Some are very willing to work with debtor borrowers. So we'll have to see. That might vary on a state-by-state basis. But should you consolidate to a direct loan before you file bankruptcy, if you have those older FFEL loans, there may be other advantages. For instance, the IDR recount or audit that's going on right now, that's only for those with direct loans. And so why not take both approaches? Why not go ahead and consolidate your loans to direct if you have time before you file bankruptcy? That way you get the advantage of that IDR audit that potentially can be significant. We do have other videos where I talk about what that program is and the fact that it can take advantage of huge gaps in employment, in education. Like if you had undergrad in 90s, some kind of grad or law school or something like that in the 2000s, you might really be able to add to your years that have already qualified for income-driven forgiveness. So do take advantage of that as you can. One of the other reasons you might want to consider consolidating to a direct loan before you file bankruptcy is that will get you into SAVE. FFEL loans are not eligible for SAVE, and that is usually the lowest income-driven payment plan that there is. If you're working public service, remember, direct loans are the only loans that are eligible for public service. There was a fix last year with the limited waiver. There is a backdoor allowed by the IDR recount right now that's going on until the end of this year that allows someone who consolidates a FFEL loan to be a direct loan now. You will be eligible for any payments that you made, and you will not lose the count of any payments that were made. But you have to consolidate to direct loans before December 31. Even if you think you may be eligible for a discharge in bankruptcy, in case some of your loans might survive or something goes wrong with that, you might want to consider consolidating to direct now before you file bankruptcy so that you get the advantage of having those payments on those particular loans count for public service. And then there might be other relief that direct loans are eligible for. They are the loans that are covered by many of the new programs as they roll out. A lot of times the older FFEL loans are not eligible for that. So even though you can file now with direct and FFEL loans and seek a discharge in bankruptcy, there are still many reasons that you might want to consider consolidating to a direct loan. And I hope this has been very helpful for you all. We do bankruptcy, we do student loan work. If you are contemplating filing bankruptcy, then why not look at your student loans, whether they're private or federal? In many cases, there's a lot that can be done within a bankruptcy context. Here in Tampa, we have the Middle District Student Loan Program. Fantastic program. It allows for application of many of the programs the Department of Ed has that are not normally available to someone who has filed bankruptcy. And you can reach us if you'd like for a strategy session. We can be reached at info@christiearkovich.com. You also can call our office at 813-258-2808. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I hope this has been helpful for you. Please subscribe if you don't mind. It helps us track however many views we're getting so that we can continue to reach out for folks and try to get out these informational videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.